Hi, it's David here from DP Computing. At DP Computing we provide on-site support solutions or IT support solutions in Adelaide, South Australia. Now today we've got an Acer Aspire laptop. This one's a V5-571 and we're just going to tear it down to get to the actual hard drive so we can replace it. Now this is the top of the unit. Before we start, just a word of warning, perform these steps at your own risk. Performing these steps may damage your machine or void your warranty. Now first thing we have to do is remove the battery, which is here. To do that, they've got one little switch here which you just push to the side, and you can see the battery slides out. So you can then just take that out and put it to the side. Now we want to remove this little panel here, and there's two Phillips head screws there. So just take them out. And then what you need to do is get something quite thin under the edges here of the panel, and if we can get it nicely, there we go, we just remove it, and there's the actual RAM in the unit. You'll see here there's two little sticks of RAM in, and each side has got a little silver clip to hold it in. So if you want to get it out, just push that clip to the side and it pops up and you can pull the RAM out. Push it back in, it's the same thing, just push it in and then push it down till it clips. Now that's the easy bit. The hard bit is actually to get to the hard drive itself. Now on the back here there's actually 20 screws. I'll go through their locations in a second, and I've actually removed them all just to make this video a bit quicker. But you got the two there which were removed for the panel. So there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they're just standard Phillips head screws, so just remove all them. Once that's done, you still won't be able to get the back panel off. We'll have to go into the front. Now we'll have to get this keyboard panel off. Now to do that, again, you need to get something thin to the side and get it under. Now this can be a bit tricky, especially at first, until we can get a little hold under there. So just try and get under with a small screwdriver. There we are. Once we get under, just go around and unclip the keyboard. Now just do this quite gently, you don't want to force it. Now once it's all unclipped, again there's two, you'll see now, there's two cables, one there and one there. Now that one easily comes off as you saw, and this one you can just pull out. So there's a little black thing, if you want you can pull that black thing up and then the cable comes out. So you can then put that keyboard to one side, and we've now got a number of other screws here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I've counted that right. I'll just start taking them out. So these screws are actually a bit smaller than the ones on the other side, so don't mistake the two, and so you know when you're putting it all back together again. Where's the others? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One down here as well. So yeah, this laptop has quite a number of screws you have to remove. Some are quite easy, or some brands of laptop are quite easy to get into, others are a bit more difficult. Now before we then try and take it out, we've got two more ribbon cables. There's one here. They've got this little black thing we can just pull up, and then a blue thing on the cable which we can pull the tab out. So again, there's a little beige thing we can push up and then pull the cable out. Now just double check that you removed all the screws. Now there's a small screw up here which you don't need to remove at this stage. So double check that. And once you've done that, you can go around the edges of the laptop itself and then start to prise it apart. Now, try not to be too rough with this. And if something's not coming up, just double check that you've actually removed all the screws properly. Because the last thing you want to do is go snapping one of the bases off or one of the clips off because you didn't remove all the screws properly. So there we go. Now that's the underside of the keyboard or the top mount. As you can see there's a bit of dust which you can remove because that's just over the fan. And that other screw which I mentioned there, which holds that little plate in there. Okay, so here we go. I'll just straighten it up a bit more. We've got the hard drive down here, we've got the optical drive and CPU and fan and heatsink. So to get the actual hard drive out, it's just a matter of just pulling it up. There's a little cable which is the SATA connection, just remove that. And then you can replace the actual hard drive itself. There's no bracket or anything else holding the hard drive in. The optical drive, again there's one screw holding that in, but that should already be removed. You can just pull that out of the connector there and then remove that if you like. So there you go, that's the internals of an Acer Aspire V5-571 laptop or Ultrabook. Just one last thing, the wireless LAN is actually there, so that's another card you can remove. There's just one screw there, but I won't remove it because getting the antennas back on can be quite tricky. So there we are. Hope you got some good information and useful information out of this video. If you have, please check out our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/dpcomputing. Thanks once again, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.